Americans love their idioms, like British people, and ridiculous slang words. Oi lot, that's a dishy bloke right there. That guy doesn't even have one dish. Love, dishy means attractive, like I want to kiss him on the forehead and tell him stories. Okay. This video isn't about the British. Stop distracting me. It's about where all these silly idioms came from. Have you ever been walking to a car with a group of friends and forgotten to call shotgun? Then you're sitting in the back seat wondering, why is it even called shotgun? He isn't sitting on a shotgun. That would be uncomfortable. And he definitely isn't inside a shotgun. There's no way he would fit in a shotgun. If you have had these thoughts before, please visit a doctor immediately. Wow, no hurdy. The term actually comes from Hollywood's portrayal of the Wild West. The expression refers to the shotgun guard, the guy who sat in the front seat with a gun in case bandits or animals attacked the wagon. Writers in Hollywood thought it'd be cool if a character said, "I'm riding shotgun," then got in the front seat with a gun. All of America agreed, and shotgun became something you had to call as soon as the car was visible. So next time your friend calls shotgun, remind him that in order to ride shotgun, you gotta have a shotgun. While we're on the topic of guns, what's the lore behind bite the bullet? Bite the bullet is used to refer to doing something that is gonna suck, but that you have to do, like ripping off a band-aid. It comes from pre-anesthesia battlefield surgeries, which sound a lot worse than just dying. The surgeon would have the patient bite down on a bullet during the surgery. Because I guess biting a bullet while you raw dog an amputation is better than not biting anything at all. I know America is famous for its guns, but that's probably enough gun-related idioms for today. How about a cake-based idiom? I'm sure this one has a wholesome origin. After completing an easy task, Americans like to say, "That was a piece of cake." This seemingly nonsensical phrase has disputed origins. Some believe it came from a poem written in the 1930s called Primrose Path by Ogden Nash. Her picture's in the papers now, and life's a piece of cake. Others believe it came from the term cakewalk. The cakewalk was a dance done on plantations in the 19th century. The dance was initially known as the prize walk, because the best cakewalker or prize walker received a cake. This is also where the idiom "takes the cake" comes from. Boom, 2 for 1. So, piece of cake is believed to have evolved from "that was a cakewalk," because apparently cakewalking was really easy. The evolution of this phrase kind of reminds me of the evolution of whales, because whales used to walk and now they don't. A fun fact about cakewalking is that it is believed to have been done ironically, to subtly mock slave masters because they were bad at dancing. Wow, Massa is terrible at dancing. Yeah, it's surprising. You'd think he'd be better because he has such a good rhythm with the whip. Yeah, but it's going to be another 170 years until that dance move takes off. I really expected that one to have a happier origin story. I figured it probably came from bad "is it cake" videos, like ones where it's obviously cake. Not a subtle way in which enslaved people would attempt to take some dignity back from their masters, in an environment where overt resistance was punished severely. How about jumping on the bandwagon? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if this one came from the Trail of Tears. But luckily, it doesn't. It comes from a 19th century clown. Rice the Clown would use his circus bandwagon to transport politicians around town. Those rides were the only time in Rice's career when he wasn't the biggest clown on his bandwagon. The spectacle of the bandwagon and the clowns would cause people to start following the bandwagon. Because believe it or not, clowns were very popular at the time. The bandwagon would inevitably lead to a stage where the politician would get out and give a speech about taxes or slavery or something. So when a politician was gaining popularity, more people would be following and jumping on their bandwagon. Members of the opposition would warn their fleeing supporters not to jump on that politician's bandwagon because of his opinion on taxes or slavery or something. And that is where the idiom jump on the bandwagon came from. All these idioms are so old, it makes you wonder what phrases from today will be idioms in the future. Maybe your grandkids will say, "What the dog doing?" after you put your wallet in the fridge again. Or maybe they'll say, "Oh good, Grandpa forgot to take his Alzheimer's medication. Let's steal his money and use it to buy drugs." I guess that's not really an idiom. Thank you for watching. I only have one subscriber, so if you subscribe now, no one can accuse you of being a bandwagoner later, when I have 2 subscribers.